you ever felt like you're just stuck in a loop, manually cleaning the same messy spreadsheets over and over again? It's that feeling of there has to be a better way. Well, there is. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on Power Query, a secret weapon that's already hiding inside Excel and Power BI, and honestly, it's about to become your new best friend for tackling data.
All right, first up, let's talk about the daily data grind. This is a struggle that I am pretty sure every single one of us knows all too well. Does this whole scene just feel painfully familiar? That endless cycle of copying, pasting, deleting rows, reformatting. It's more than just a waste of time, right? It's genuinely frustrating. But the good news? The really good news is there is a much, much better way. I mean, just look at this. On the left, you've got the reality for so many of us, this chaotic, jumbled mess of data that's basically impossible to analyze. And then, bam! On the right, that exact same information, but it's clean, it's structured, it's perfect. This right here, this before and after, is exactly what Power Query can do for you. So, how do we make that jump from total chaos to perfect clarity without spending hours doing it by hand? Well, the answer is a tool you probably already own. It's time to meet the game changer.
So this is Power Query. And don't let the name intimidate you. It's not about writing complicated code or formulas. Think of it more like a wizard that just watches over your shoulder. It records every single cleaning and shaping step you make, just once, so that you can repeat that entire process forever with a single click.
And you know what the most surprising part is? If you have a modern version of Excel, or if you use Power BI, you already have this. Seriously, there's nothing to buy, nothing to install. It's just been sitting there, waiting for you, right inside the Data tab.
Okay, theory is one thing, but let's actually see this thing in action. We're going to take that exact messy table we saw a minute ago and watch Power Query completely transform it. It's time for taming your messy tables.
So here's our challenge again. You can see the years are stretched out as columns, and worse, the revenue and quantity data are all tangled up. Want to compare 2019's revenue to 2020's? Good luck. This format is just awful for building charts or doing any real analysis. And here is the magic. In just 3 basic steps, Power Query totally fixes this. First, it unpivots, which is really just a fancy word for taking all those wide columns and neatly stacking them on top of each other. Then, it uses some simple logic to correctly label each row as either revenue or quantity. And finally, it pivots that data back into the beautiful, clean columns that we wanted from the start. You see, the point here is that a task that was tedious, manual, and super easy to mess up is now just a few clicks. It's fast, it's accurate, and it's totally repeatable. And the real home run? Next month, when you get the updated data, you don't do any of this again. You just hit refresh. That's it.
Now look, fixing one messy file is a huge win, don't get me wrong. But Power Query's real superpower shines when you need to scale up. I mean, what if you had to combine data from dozens or maybe even hundreds of files all at once? This is where we get into automating repetitive work.
So let's imagine this scenario. You've got to run a compliance check on 119 different client files. But when you look in the folder, you only have 35 of the report files. So right away, you have a problem. Which ones do you have and which are you missing? And there is no way you're going to manually open all 35 files just to find out.
So here's the goal. We're going to use Power Query and point it at the entire folder. It's going to go through every single file inside, pull out just the client ID number from each one, and drop them all into a single clean list in Excel. And this all happens in seconds, without you ever having to open a single file by hand. It's incredible. Oh, and before we wrap up, here are 2 quick pro tips for you. First, if you ever need a completely separate Excel window open while Power Query is running, just hold down the Alt key when you click the Excel icon. And second, if you want to see every single function that Power Query can do, just go to the formula bar and type =#shared. It pulls up a built-in dictionary. Super handy.
All right, so we've seen how Power Query can reshape a single file and how it can consolidate hundreds. But now let's bring this all back to your day-to-day work. What does this really mean for you? Let's ask, what will you transform?
When you really boil it all down, it comes to this. You save an unbelievable amount of time by automating all those repetitive tasks. You guarantee accuracy because you've built a process you can trust. And you simplify even the most complex data problems by letting the tool do all the heavy lifting. So I'm going to leave you with this one thought. Right now, think about that one report, that one spreadsheet,
That one data cleaning task that you absolutely dread doing every week or every month. You got it? Okay. What's the first thing you're going to hand over to your new data assistant?